Course 1, Lesson 55 teaches us more visually what we already know about adding and subtracting fractions and what's required. Common denominators part 1 is Lesson 55. Common denominators. Some great visuals here. Let's just remind ourselves what we're talking about. We've done these before, have we not? What do we need to do before we can put these together, combine them, either add or subtract? Before I can take a sixth away from a half, I want to count the halves and the sixths with the same denominator. We find that by asking what's the GCF? The greatest common factor. Sorry, not the greatest common factor, the least common multiple of these two numbers. 2, 4, 6, 6, 12. Oh, we don't even have to go any further. LCM is 6. We use that and rename these. Now we're counting in sixths, and we use the least common multiple because that'll be easy then to change the numerators. I multiplied by 3 to get 2 to 6, so I'll multiply by 3 to get 1 to 3. Now I know that this and this are equal. 1 over 6, well, I don't have to change. That was already cut in sixths. Now I take a sixth away from 3/6, that I can do. And don't forget to reduce. Now I'm in thirds, but I wouldn't reduce. I wouldn't do this step over here. Why? I just worked to get those sixths. All right? Don't turn them into thirds again, or halves actually there. We just changed them. We want to have it unreduced while we work. Believe it or not. I know unreduced looks ugly after you're so used to getting marked half wrong for keeping it in your answer. It is wrong in answers. It's right in work. Leave it there, unreduced, till you're finished. Then reduce last step. Convert, reduce, last step. 3/4 adding or combining 7/8. Again, we're counting in different numbers here. So what's the LCM of 4 and 8? I purposefully picked easy numbers today. If you count by 4s, you get to 8 right away. Let's use eighths. So the 7 doesn't change. What's my numerator of the first fraction? The addend 3/4 becomes 6/8 because 4 times 2 got me 8, so 3 times 2 gets me 6. Put them together. 13 over 8 is my answer. Convert. 8 goes into 13 a single time, leaving me with 5 left over. So it's 1 5/8. Can I reduce? Nope, this looks finished. Follow me so far. Let's see it a little bit more visually here to finish. Common denominators. We have 3/5 and 2/5. They have common denominators. It's easy to talk about them in the same breath, but 3/4 and a half, while they're not difficult to work with, don't look exactly the same. We cut the left pie by fourths. They are quarter pieces. They are like little rounded end triangles, and the half moon over there is a half. It's counting in halves, and we need to cut that in order to take, if we wanted, any fourths, or we wanted to know how many fourths I have in all, we'd have to think about the half in terms of fourths, not in halves. So they cut the half of pizza pie there in half, so it looks like the pieces we had in the fourths. Those are fourths. We renamed the half 2/4. We add cuts to the pizza so that we can be counting in the same denominators. Okay, so now the denominator 4, if we want to add 3/4 and 2/4, makes it easy, and 5/4 needs to become 1 1/4. Least common multiple is the smallest whole number that is a multiple of two given numbers, and we use it to find that. Just like when I said we were counting by, right? Counting by 2s, counting by 6s. What's the least number that they both have in common? Least common multiple becomes the denominator. You should be able to do A through F well enough and quick enough, I think, that we should do all of these. And we'll talk about letter G. Good luck.